We're back with the finals of Czech Premodern Championship 2025.
Hello.
Only islands allowed here. No other basic lands allowed.
Yes, we were just discussing whether we should ban island. Maybe that's what needs to be banned.
There was an idea that you could still play islands, but every time you tap one, it deals 1 damage to you.
Yeah, so I remember when I read like 25 years ago when there were all these questionnaires and they asked like Pro Tour top 8 competitors, what's the strongest card like in the tournament or in Magic, and they said basic island. When I read it for the first time, I felt it's funny, but I read it like 57 times since then. So
it was not meant to be a joke. It was dead serious.
Yes.
We are having another look here at Martin Grossmann's Stasis deck. I'm still really intrigued by the one-offs, Propaganda, Repulse, Mana Short. I kind of like it. Like one Boomerang. It gives you some wiggle room, you know, in cases you need them. Yes. I mean, you need it. How do you like this matchup?
I think Stasis is the favorite.
Yeah,
I think so. Like mono blue is very, very good. Like the mono blue tide is very, very good against almost anything. But Stasis is even better at beating blue decks, I think, than it was the mono blue. There are a lot of counters from the other side, but I think here like Days will be big. I think Mana Short can be backbreaking.
Yeah, definitely. That can be devastating.
There are the Gushes. Yes.
Blackwise is amazing.
Blackwise, I think if for example, Martin can get Ivory Tower early, will suffer because the game will be like 25 minutes longer.
Okay.
But I don't think he has a very good way how to win. Like before he will start attacking with Mishra's Factory, he will have like 50
you mean
life.
like Niklas doesn't have a good way to win?
No?
Yeah, and Martin has Blackwise, which is very clean and
because obviously what Niklas wants to do is have 7 cards in hand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And every blue mage wants that.
Yes, and what Martin is punishing it.
That's right. And does Niklas play in powder keg main deck? He does, right? Like he has 3 powder kegs.
He has 3 powder kegs. That's big. That's big. But I think he can't really get rid of. Oh, Niklas is starting, so that's also very important.
That's important here. Okay, but it's
also we shouldn't mention Niklas does not play Wasteland. He only has Dust Bowl, which can be big because Martin can quite aggressively put Stasis into play with 4-second City.
I don't think they know each other's deck list, right? So like if you're Martin, you would probably still play conservatively, not trying to run into wastelands that might be there. You don't know that they are not. Yeah, so far players kind of positioning themselves for.
Yes. Also, I can't see like Niklas tapping out into Parallax Tide.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He can do it like when he has 8 mana maybe, or it will be very, very late.
Is this the matchup where like whoever blinks first loses?
Yes, it's something like that. It's like old draw and go. This is like 1996. And
I kind of like that. And like also whoever starts missing their land drops first loses. Accumulated knowledge for 1. No, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, like you want to have all the lands in the world and then maybe something.
Yes, can we fast forward like 10 minutes?
No, this is the part that I like.
Oh yeah.
Can we slow it down to like half the speed?
Yeah. So we don't miss anything.
Yeah, right. Like there might be some important detail that you miss. Forsaken City, and if Niklas didn't know what's up, he knows what's up. But I think he knew what's up even before. The cat is out of the bag, officially.
But if Stasis win, then people say, "Oh, Tide Control is not so good." Parallax Tide doesn't need to be banned because Stasis.
You wanted the Tide deck to win because you hate Tide.
Well, that's why I was playing Parfait. I was saying I want it to be banned.
Yeah. Okay. It worked?
Yes, it worked.
Maybe you should start playing Tide.
No, I mean, no, I can't go this low.
Oh my god, Propaganda. Wow.
And that's fine.
I mean,
well,
what it does is that Martin taps low.
He does, but I think with like toward Days, I think it will be fine.
So he's like trying to like lure Niklas into like a false feeling of, oh, now he stepped out and I have to do something.
Exactly.
Is that what we're gonna see here?
Possibly.
No, it's
No,
not.
he's
He
not.
doesn't. He doesn't.
And now he can't even like chip damage like very much. Like on more mana that he would like be attacking with like Mishra's Factory or something like that. He can't even do that. So
I mean, but honestly, okay, Bishop's Factory, sure, but like Fairy Conclave means like you tap three of your
mana.
lands,
You
and
can't
that's
do
just
that.
way too much. Now,
you can,
now it's
like,
fine.
like
so-
tapping 2. That's possible. That's a possibility. But I think Martin is doing what he wants. He's just playing lands.
Playing
That's-
lands. I mean,
that's and
Niklas is
Niklas
also
as well.
playing lands. He has like what 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. Yeah. So far, none of the two players blinked, and they are just. I'm looking forward for some mana shorts here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that mana short. It can be big battle end of turn for mana
Oh
short.
yeah, absolutely. Like I mean, Niklas has Chain of Vapors, which is that's a very good way how to remove stasis, right? So
Yes.
and also all those accumulated knowledges and factor fictions, they're gonna add up eventually,
Yes.
and translate into like Niklas having 12 lands and just like doing whatever he wants to do.
Yes.
So
Now, who's better at waiting?
I would say that
Because
Niklas's deck is better at waiting, right?
Could be. Because I would think that Stasis is good. Like when you do nothing and Stasis can sculpt everything, they will get you, but maybe not.
But I mean, like, if they, like, at which point is Niklas going to tap out or like tap for something?
When mana short resolves.
Sure. And like, if you disregard mana short,
You see, and now he discarded that quicksand.
oh, because he drew 2 from.
Wow.
Okay, this is where the game changes. So now we should probably see some fireworks.
Yeah, I think he will counter.
Yeah,
But
like
I don't know how many cards Martin has, but when my opponent discards a card to hand size, I typically just draw playland go. Right? I'm not casting anything because clearly their hand is stacked. So I usually keep it for a few turns that they have to be discarding. And it also kind of forces them to blink.
But I mean, maybe Martin also is like on 7, 8.
Yes, that's that's the first thing I said. I don't know how many cards he has.
Interestingly enough, if there's a serious counter battle over that, likewise, it will leave Niklas with not that many cards in his hand. So, but okay, counter spells resolved. Blackwise on the stack, I would assume.
Yeah, I think Niklas will just proceed with like powder keg.
If you're okay, not so fast. There's another counter spell. If you're Niklas, like mana leaks start looking appealing, right? Just to like tap Martin out. Okay, this is.
I think this is.
Okay, I like it. Arcane Denial. I would like you to draw some cards, please.
I mean, this is like. This reminds me like a German campaign in 1942. Like we have some battle plans, but then we get to the city of Stalingrad and maybe we can take it.
You are always full of historical analogies that are very unexpected and yeah. I always get to know something about history. How does it stack, by the way, the Arcane Denial Blackwise? Do you draw first and then take damage, or okay? Is this the time to resolve Stasis, by the way? Stasis.
Wow.
Counterspell. Does
And
Martin
now
have a Twart?
Twart, and the game's yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it gonna resolve?
Yes.
Okay, so we have Blackwise.
Oh,
Stasis.
there's Untapped Island. Maybe he still
Okay.
has mana leak. So he will daze.
Okay. So Twart resolves. Stasis resolves.
Wow, and you can still play Island.
And you have a lot of islands in your hand from that Twart.
I think.
Wow.
So is this what you call Blackwise aggro?
No, Blackwise aggro is like island Blackwise go, but this is like Blackwise mid range, I would say.
So now we are drawing a lot of. So now we drew a lot of powder keg.
How much do you care about powder keg here? I mean, I guess you do, right? Like they don't.
You could chain of Vaporate.
Yeah, you chain of vapor Stasis.
Yeah, beautiful.
End of turn.
That's very beautiful.
Like, what do you need
And,
all
and you
the
can
lands
sacrifice. You can sacrifice Forsaken City
for? And
to bounce
powder keg.
to bounce powder keg. Yes.
Okay, that works. Nice.
Well, he's sacrificing island.
Oh,
I would probably.
I think he's afraid of wastelands. I mean, this is like.
But he'll have untapped. He will have a lot of islands on tap, and he has a lot of islands in hand, so he will keep on playing islands and paying from that.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a minor deal here, right?
Because he's not untapping it right now, right?
No, it's end of turn, I think.
No, I mean he's not untapping Forsaken City in the
Oh yeah, that's what you mean. Okay. So Black-Wise goes away. That's still fine.
Yeah, it's probably okay. Is this the most beautiful picture in all of Magic? Stasis?
Stasis? I'm sure it looks like something that's in some gallery.
Can somebody explain me the picture?
I know there are people who can. I am not one of them, unfortunately. Maybe Jirka Tuma would tell you more about it.
So you just untap. He could have untapped. He could have it untapped for free if he kept island.
Did he exile the card for the Forsaken City?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a repulse.
Oh, okay. Well, repulse doesn't really do much, so. Okay, and I'm curious how many cards Martin has in his hand after all those fireworks. Like, Niklas will have some time here for whatever. I mean, for the powder keg, but Martin still has five cards. Wow.
And he played island.
Yeah, and now the powder keg will probably come down. The question is, if you're Martin, do you have an answer to that? Repulse. That's if it was Boomerang, it would be a bit better this game, I would say. Like, it can save your Black-Wise.
But I mean, unless you will like totally fizzle, like Martin, I think he should win it.
It depends on how many lands Niklas has.
I would like to see his hand, but I did not see it.
Like, if Niklas stops playing lands here, he's in trouble. But like, he still keeps playing lands. I mean, sure, they are tapped and they're going to stay that way for a bit. I see Martin has another Stasis. Okay. He still has a bunch of islands, and like the Black-Wise is doing one per turn, which I'm also curious. Okay, Chain of Vapor on Stasis, that could potentially be absolutely huge, and it is.
That's huge.
Okay, this is huge here, because now the Chain of Vapors are amazing here.
Yes,
they're like Okay. So now what do? We do like Parallax Tide and Powder Keg is a good start.
It's keg.
Wow. Powder Keg go. So like
Interesting.
Shoo.
I think you just play Stasis. He has second one.
I mean, sure.
He's definitely playing Stasis.
Sure, yeah.
And
is Niklas going to counter?
I think so.
I mean, does he have anything to counter?
Sorry?
I mean, does he have any counter spells left? I mean, it's not like his deck.
I don't know that, but I think you want to counter.
If you have something. Also, those annuls in the sideboard look more and more amazing.
Yes. Oh, there's Boomerang, Stasis.
Whew.
Island.
That is.
But I mean, he needs Gush, right?
I mean, there's a lot of cards that his deck can cough up that are great in this spot, but like having your opponent with 8 untapped lands, that just looks scary. 9.
The part of our coverage team is all snoring. I don't know why.
I'm enjoying myself.
So rude. There's another Black-Wise.
Well, that's good news. That's something.
Yes.
Niklas has been drawing a lot of lands, and like I can imagine if this was a different matchup, he would be like, "Oh my god, I'm so flooded," and like in this matchup that's exactly what I needed.
So many Lotus Petals.
I'm also wondering. Okay, so that is the Blackwise.
This will have to take counterspell, I think.
If Niklas has a counterspell, then yes, this is a counter that this is a card that he wants to counter. I'm also curious, like.
So you take more damage.
I forgot what I'm curious about. Oh, there's another keg.
Another keg. So, am I right that he has four Blackwise and that's it?
I would suppose it. I would suppose he has 4 Blackwise, yeah. But like he has 1 more Blackwise than Niklas has powder kegs. There's 4 Blackwise, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And Niklas has 3 powder kegs, so the last Blackwise standing can still take it down. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
This deck looks so strong to me. It's like it does a lot, and it's like it has cheap spells.
Insane mana.
Yeah.
You draw a lot of cards. You have answers for everything, and you have like this this mid-game I win button.
Does it? How's the matchup against aggro? Like white weenie style decks, burn goblins.
I mean that should be bad.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about this because I was thinking, okay, if Niklas blows up the powder keg, you can save your Blackwise, right? But we know that Martin has a couple more stasis in his hand. Okay, this could actually work pretty well. Like if you make him tap out, then you just
he's paying here.
Oh, okay, sure. But that just means like, Blackwise is gonna go.
Yes, I think against aggro he does have the keg.
Yeah, sure.
He has keg and he has keg for spike. I think that's all very relevant.
Mm-hmm. Ivory Tower goes. Yeah, for spike you're right. For spike is like another turn 1 play. He also has Chain of Vapor that he can use defensively. So like there's that. How long can this go on? Like, oh wait, are we drawing here? Does it mean Stasis goes? I think Martin is. Okay, he's gonna pay. Sure.
I think he's gonna pay.
Okay.
I think he really wants to summon the gush.
Oh yeah. There's like so many good cards that he could draw now.
Yes, but Niklas has really loads of counters.
I mean.
And I think Force Spike right now is kind of insane.
I mean, you don't really play the gush into the Force Spike, right? Oh, please don't do it. No. Does he have the Force Spike? Can you? The Forsaken City is only in the R upkeep, right? It's like you can't. Oh yeah, sure. Otherwise that would be too good. Yeah. Like if this gush gets Force Spiked, I'm gonna shed.
But if this gush resolves,
we're good.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Okay. All right, we're doing this again. Island, go. Somebody said earlier on that like if the Czech Premodern Championship is won by Stasis, nobody's going to come here next year from the countries around. They're going to be like, no, I'm not going to Stasis land.
I would like to know how many people played Stasis today.
Not many. We had a meta game breakdown. I mean, it must have been just a handful, right? Like
because
there was like
the only Stasis player I know was forced to help us today.
Yeah, he's sitting right there enjoying himself.
Yes.
Do you like what you see, Vasek? Do you like what you see? He loves it. He loves it. He's like positively beaming. Okay. Exile Stasis. What is going on here? Like with Niklas having 8 untapped lands. The Stasis doesn't really do much, right?
Yes, I think it was now doing something when I think maybe Niklas, he's focusing on killing the Blackwise.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably.
So that means either countering or
whatever.
Blowing up with
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Martin can't bring it back. So basically, there are 2 more spells to counter, and you win.
But doesn't Martin have more counter magic? He has like counterspell, arcane denials, thwarts.
Yes.
And he has like gushes. But the thing is that like he has gushes against Niklas's accumulated knowledges and factor fictions, right? So like Niklas has more card drawing. He's gonna see more cards. Yes. Martin has more counterspells. So, but Niklas is just discarding factor fiction end of turn.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think it's realistic for Niklas to resolve factor fiction anytime soon, because like tapping for mana is just, you can't do that.
I think he would resolve it. But then the question is like, is it even worth it?
No.
You're getting 2-3 cards, and you're like tapping 4 lands. But then like if you're not trying to, okay, whoa, so that is a very, very, very
bold move.
Yeah, very bold Blackwise, which will certainly. Okay, well, the good thing is you played Thwart, so you have a lot of islands to play with, right? Like that's the casting cost. I mean, but then the question is like, okay, is that a counterspell or accumulated knowledge? That's another mana.
There's another. Yes.
Wow. I think if you're Martin, you can't really afford to lose that Blackwise, right? Like you can keep the lock on for God knows how long, but then like, how are you winning?
I think as I see it, you probably let it go, and you just keep that draw and go for a long time. Now you have loads of islands to play. You can even like have some more lands on tap via exiling, the Forsaken City.
Sure.
And then at some point you will play that Flash of Insight. I think he has it, at least one.
Oh yes.
And you will get in time, that. Oh,
that is a cheeky days right there.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't?
No, I would wait for actually to counter something.
Oh, you think you're getting something with that? So there is
one Flash of Insight.
There is, yeah.
So right. That will help you to get the last Blackwise in time, and you will. And I think at some point you want to be, you want either mana short or you want to bounce your Stasis
with Chain of Vapor.
Yeah. So you untap, and then you probably just win.
Do you think that the players are aware of decking as a win condition at this point? Like, do you think that the reason why Niklas is not playing Factor of Fiction is that he thinks that realistically with 4 Stasis in Martin's deck, he can deck himself?
Wow, this is brutal. This is brutal.
Okay.
Wow, all for nothing.
So we're gonna start again. The Chain of Vapors, they just break this matchup wide open.
So this is square one again. How many times?
No, I mean I think that draw 3. Yeah, I mean I think Niklas will get there.
Yes.
He's like he can resolve like double tide, take all your lands.
Now when he knows that Martin does not have any like interaction, most probably. I think that's probably it.
I gotta say this was well played by Niklas, by the way.
Yes,
like he was very
he didn't do anything for a very long time.
Yeah, and that's the thing that he needed to do.
Yes,
like if he did anything there, he would probably die, right? Like he plays Factor Fiction, he doesn't have the mana for all the counterspells.
And I think he quite well identified that like the biggest threat for him is the Blackwise.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As long as there is no Blackwise, like Stasis is not that impactful.
Yeah, right. Like actually, he can play this game. He can just. Yeah. Now the question is like, how does Niklas punish Martin? Is 1 tide enough?
Yeah.
Is like because you can't realistically chain your own. He's just gonna let him go. This game is ridiculous. Okay. So we're both gonna untap. We're gonna sit here, look at each other with 37 lands combined. And this is a staring contest. This is not even a game of Magic anymore. Impulse, sure. Are they going to deck each other? Like, is one player going to win by decking?
It's possible. I mean, it's possible because like Niklas has to kill with damage.
Yeah, there's propaganda. So you're never attacking with man lands unless it's like you have to because you're going to.
By now yourself. You are, I guess.
But like Martin has 20 life.
Yes.
And a grip full of cards. I like all the man lands, by the way, are in the bottom right corner. You can see 3 Mishra's Factories, 2 Fairy Conclaves, I think.
So you need to tap 4 mana to deal 2 damage.
Yes. But you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 16 lands in play. That's like okay, here we go. Mishra's Factory will try to get there.
Wow.
At least 1 Mishra's. Okay, so you are going to have to pay 2 more for
he did
that propaganda. I thought it was like the
no, pumping. No, he paid with Mishra.
But then like he just gets hit by another stasis, right? Like you just dealt 2 damage. He's not. Okay. Maybe Martin is like luring him into thinking, the coast is clear. You can just attack with more. I don't have anything. Just Okay, and here we go. Okay. I actually like this better from Niklas that he didn't tap the Mishra's Factories into the propaganda. Yeah. Right. So, how many lands are there even in Martin's deck?
By the way, imagine that Martin didn't play propaganda earlier, but it was Ivory Tower.
I suppose that Niklas couldn't kill him.
Yeah,
he would have to deck him, I think.
Yes, and I think I would think Niklas drew more cards than Martin.
It seems, yeah. I mean, Martin just drew like a gush. Was there a Factor of Fiction earlier this year? There was definitely accumulated knowledge for 3. So there was like knowledge for 1, knowledge for 2, knowledge for 3, and a couple of impulses.
Yes.
There's another impulse here. So but look at that deck. It still has I would say north of 20 cards. I would say 15 to 25 just from the look of it.
And the final is played it's just 1 game only, right? Without sideboard.
Yeah. It's best of 1.
Yes, best of 1.
Yeah, we posted it on the website.
If game 1 takes more than an hour,
best of 1,
just
right?
best of 1.
Yeah. Okay, everybody agrees in this room, and we're gonna go home soon.
Who said that this game can be 30 minutes, like a whole match?
Was it you?
Yes, it was me.
Yes. Okay. Okay, something's happening. Wait, something's happening. There's a tide. So it can take 5 out of 21 lands on Martin's side. This is the saddest looking Parallax tide that I've seen in a while. You don't want to Chain of Vaporate. You might stifle it, okay, but I feels like...
But there's mana short, by the way.
But what is mana short is only good if you have the black white, right? Or you think,
No,
sure.
you can mana short end of turn and then play stasis.
Right, but does it do enough?
I mean, I think
And do you run it without? I don't know how many counter spells Niklas actually played already. I would say it was 3. I think, right?
Mm-hmm. But now, only counter spell works now. He needs to have proper counter spell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No mana leaks.
What Martin is doing, right?
Which is by the way why we also can say that
so this
he could have started playing around mana leaks earlier.
What's kind of cool here, even when he tries to do these shenanigans with the Parallax Tide, he has double gush.
I think if he had double gush, he would already play it probably.
Oh, he has type.
Actually, okay, he can. I was thinking, Parallax Tide is a pretty cool way how to untap 5 of your own lands against Stasis.
Okay,
but
interesting.
Maybe that doesn't work that much.
No, so you tap 4 to untap 5.
No, you play it and you wait.
Yeah, so you tap 4.
And then you wait. And then when your opponent plays Stasis, you're well, I still have 2 counters left on my tide. So, okay, there's the gush, by the way, that you talked about. And so Martin is going to draw 2 cards. He is a little over-stasised at this point, drawing all 4 copies.
Yes, you can play 3 stasis.
So then your opponent...
You just pay 3 mana per turn and
keep
all of them. Okay, so he's
all right, stuff is happening.
I think probably Martin wants to have some counter, but I think he definitely wants to mana short.
Yeah, right. He's looking for his win condition.
I would actually like to have to play mana short in response to Parallax Tide.
Mm-hmm.
I think that wouldn't be bad.
He can still float mana.
No.
For
no.
What?
Can we see mana short?
No, what I'm saying is like he can
No.
float mana from
All
Tide.
opponents' lands are tapped and opponent's mana pool is emptied.
Yeah.
In response to Parallax Tide.
Yeah.
So when it resolves, you have no mana.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
So that's I think that's a pretty good counter to it.
Yeah. There's the mana short.
There's mana short.
Yeah. So how many counter spells does Niklas have in his hand at this point?
I mean, some unknown number.
I thought you would say 7 or there's one there. And now Martin's turn. It is Martin's turn to be like, wait, I also have something here. Counterspell, counterspell. We've seen this before. Now we're getting dangerously close to like Mana Leaks doing something, but
Yes, but not yet. Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. And like really, Niklas's deck is not that counter heavy. Like he has counter spells, Mana Leak, 4 spikes. That's it, right?
Yes, I mean, in this situation, I was thinking like Niklas. He only has like four counter spells as a hard counter, and then he has 3 Mana Leak and 2 4 spike.
Yeah, which you can play around.
5, especially in this phase of the game, you
right,
can play around. So.
Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see if that mana short resolves, because if it does, it's going to be huge. With like a capital H, capital U.
So he has so much mana.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Draw.
Yes, draw 4
But
per
then,
rail,
like,
3.
you're dangerously close to decking yourself.
Yes.
Like, even if the mana short doesn't resolve at that point, you're like Niklas is going to be fairly tapped out. I mean, he still has like what 2 Chain of Vapors in his deck, right? I think he played 2. So like.
But I mean, if mana short resolves,
Yeah.
it can really like Martin can win.
What if Niklas plays an island post mana short? He has Chain of Vapor. Martin plays Stasis, and then it just gets changed at the end of turn.
Yes, but I think Martin has something.
Does he though?
Yeah.
Does he really?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Like he has
Flash of Insight.
Oh,
like
he does?
for 1. There's 4 spikes.
Jeez.
So there'll be 4 spike into Mana Leak.
Okay, but there's still the
Yes, Forsaken City.
Yeah. And like even if this Mana Leak
Mana
doesn't
Leak.
result, then you just get Stasis back.
But
Right.
it's hard to follow.
All the lands kind of like
Can
around the. Some of the lands are under tide. Some of them are just on the battlefield. This, like, if anything, this match is pretty epic, I gotta say.
Yes.
So, wait, what? Okay,
So he's like,
is he? I don't think that's what you want to do.
no.
Like, I think
don't
that's like
it at
I
all.
really, really don't like.
So
this Chain of Vapor.
he's trying to like deal with these, but he's just going to tap those 2 islands. Put
Yeah.
them in, put,
right. Like the mana short is still on the stack.
Yeah, so that doesn't
So
work.
what's Martin gonna? Is he gonna counter? I don't think.
And he will get. By the way, he will get untapped islands now. I think those 2 islands. Martin, because that island was taken, like step by step.
Okay.
Or
So you think it resolved already?
I think.
Is this everything that is happening here? Is it in response to that tide activation that happened 11 minutes ago?
No, I think he's going to possibly. It's possible.
Possibly, okay.
I think that happened like half an hour ago. How am I supposed to know?
I hope that the judge who's watching that match is.
Yes, but I don't think it matters very much. Like Martin will lose either 3 or 2 islands.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Okay. And then mana short resolves? Is that how it works?
No, I don't.
Are we going to bounce the propaganda?
I think.
Yeah, why not? I mean, might as well, right? Like,
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, right. Like if you ever untap again. So.
A frozen hell. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I hope Martin Berlin's watching. And then Stasis will get banned. Like there's going to be an announcement next week.
So I think this is it, that he got that untapped island.
Okay.
It's cool. Now he
Propaganda
should
should go
bounce.
to hand.
His propaganda should be
Yes.
banned. And yes, this goes in hand. Parallax Tide.
Yeah.
And mana short resolves.
Yeah. And then.
I mean, if
But
mana.
like, I really don't like the Chain of Vapor.
Yes.
Because.
And
Like,
he has
Chain of Vapor is
and he has
your
2 blue
golden
mana
ticket
in mana
against
pool.
Stasis.
But
yeah.
very important 2 blue
Oh,
mana
yes,
in mana pool.
right.
And just tap those damn lands.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also, by the way, Martin has a gush in his hand, but I don't even think he wants to play it right now.
Oh, it
resolved! Oh my god! There's the mana short that just resolved, and the crowd goes completely bonkers. And by the
Can
crowd,
we change?
I mean,
Lightning Heal is,
Vasek,
oh my
basically.
god. Can we do mana short? Oh my god. And he will get a Flash of Insight.
Flash of Insight for 1. Okay. Do you want to cast it for 1?
Yes, absolutely, because you want to cast it
No,
from grave.
I know, but
and
like...
find the artifact.
Okay.
Because that's how
I get it.
that's how you're going to
I
win.
get it.
That's how you can win
Okay.
now.
So you're gonna end up at least one of the CDs because you have like
Yeah,
but like you have
okay.
9 cards.
Yeah,
in your hand or something,
yes.
right? Like,
You probably exile one
yeah.
of the Stasis.
maybe Stasis sounds like it's a disease.
Yes, it is.
It is, yeah, right. Yeah. Such fun.
It mostly affects seemingly nice people.
The plural of stasis is stasis. How do you pronounce that? With E?
Stasis.
Stasis and stasis? It's like crisis and crisis?
Crises.
Crises?
Stasis. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't help.
I mean, we gotta get ourselves occupied with something, right? So, linguistics.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too.
I love etymology.
Yeah, it's so much more interesting than...
Entomology. No. It's just I know nothing about the letter.
About what?
Entomology.
Letters. There's the Black Wise, there's the Stasis, and after an insane turn last turn,
Incredible.
and like Niklas goes from like 11 untapped lands to 0, courtesy of everyone's favorite mana short.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
And, I got mana shorted out of the top 8 of Czech nationals in 2002.
Wow.
Like it was standard, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My opponent mana shorted. We had a brief counter battle, and after that he floated a bunch of mana, played Upheaval and Psychotog.
Because sometimes people used to play. Yeah, it's incredible. But I remember back then. But it's I see. I understand. I actually remember that you played Birds of Paradise and Flametongue Couple.
Correct, I did. Yeah.
I remember
and Mystic
that.
Snake. Yeah.
Mystic Snake, yes. But like Psychotog with Upheaval was a little bit too strong.
I mean, both of the 2 games went exactly the same way. But yeah, these are some fond memories of 23 years ago. By
Yes.
the way.
What I like that back then, Mono Black Control was really good.
Was it really? So.
Oh, there are some crybabies in the chat.
If you're not ready for real magic,
Yes.
don't watch.
By the way, Niklas can. Yeah, that's the bit.
That was game 1.
Oh,
that was game 1.
okay.
In the books.
So we go.
Okay. Wow.
So we give the trophy and we go home.
I feel like I deserve a trophy after watching this, but
insane. But I mean, like let's be like real for a moment. I think you want 3-0, and you want the brain freeze.
You do, yeah.
Like the brain freeze in this
do.
game would
Yeah,
just win
right.
on the spot, like
Yeah, I think so.
several turns.
What do you cut here?
I
Tide? No, I'm joking. Yeah.
think
Furnace?
Probably Furnace.
I mean, it's like you said, it's an 8th card on the board, and it doesn't hit you when.
There's maybe some fact or fiction. I don't think that's like a card you're resolving.
I mean, I think I like it
Yes.
when you're casting it end of turn and there's nothing on the board.
Well, what do we have here? Like
So definitely we're checking out the repulse. Do you keep the propaganda?
no, you swap it for back to basics.
Okay, that makes sense. So, but like, do you want propaganda and back to basics?
By the way, can we know what the library of Lang does? Like you have unlimited hand size?
I think you have unlimited hand size and something else. There's like a minor effect, which I forgot around 7 years ago, I would say. Okay, here we go. There's no hand limit. Good. Card forces you to discard. May choose to discard at the top of your library.
So and if they discard a spell, like please don't show us like the Oracle text because we want to spend some nice time with this. So basically, when your opponent forces you to discard, you can put it on the top of your deck instead.
And if it's random, you first look at it and then you decide. That is so 90s. This is so 1990s. Yeah. It's like one of those cards that have like basically reminder text kind of like mixed in the rules text, where it tells you, oh, this is how you play it.
But by the way, I think he wants a now. I like a now because you be hitting
tight.
even that no, not just tight, but you powder keg.
Powder keg. Yeah, you're right.
And then I really like back to basics.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think
Mana short, back to basics, and all.
because that's like Stasis with no drawback. And that shuts down his win con.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it
And
quite
like
a lot.
you're gonna have to fight through the annals from Niklas. So, all right. So we're still sideboarding. Looks like. And can we look at?
By the way, don't you bring that Library of Lank in this matchup? Actually,
I would.
How much is it? Is it one?
Yeah. There's one. Yeah.
It's it gets hit by powder kegs.
Okay, like I'm kind of curious. If you see Brain Freeze coming, then you board out Ivory Tower.
Okay.
Because you know that your opponent can kill you without manlands. So you board out Propaganda and Ivory Tower.
Yes, but I think you definitely cut Ivory Tower for sure, even if
I
you
mean,
don't
if
see the
it's
Brain
just
Freeze.
manlands, then like I think you can just deck your opponent.
Okay, but I think you can. Yeah.
I mean,
possibly.
yes, it's one.
I mean,
of
you
the,
have back to basics.
Yeah.
You have Stasis. I think you should be fine against manlands
Okay.
in general.
And then,
I mean, this will take forever.
please say that it's going to be a 30 minutes Black-White aggro. Please say it. I mean, I just want to believe it for a minute. Like, I know you don't have to mean it. Just say it.
It will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Okay. All right. You know what fin means in French?
And
The end. Yeah.
yes.
It kind of looks like, it's over. It's the
Yes.
end. We just go and congratulate the winner.
I watched my fair share of French films.
Louis de Funès comedies.
Well, yeah,
I guess that for you it was more like French art films, right?
yes.
Okay.
But I mean, they are exciting. They're fun.
Can you give some tips? Like French art movies for beginners. Where do we start?
That's a very good question. I think what I would suggest. I mean, I always like. I think you can always go with that. I think. Yeah, that's
Don't overthink it.
Yes, I'm overthinking it for sure.
I can see. It's okay. You have enough time. Like.
Yes, we are.
Just.
Very good.
Okay, Niklas seems to be mulliganing. He knows that Black-Whites are dangerous.
It's by the way, like on serious note, I like a film that really influenced me when I was like 12 or something. Is film Danton. It's French Revolution.
Okay.
It's not like the old classic black and white. It's in color with Gérard Depardieu as Danton, and it's absolutely like it's incredible. And there are very long shots, and you feel like you are there with them. They are discussing like Danton, whatever revolution, of course, guillotine. They kind of all get killed. But it's fascinating.
What was it? Did it influence you on your professional journey of becoming a history teacher?
I already like history, but this film was like absolutely fascinating, and I had to think about it a lot. And it was just it's a great film. Absolutely, suggested this one.
All right.
And the first film I thought about when we had the word Finn was, and I don't even know if it's at the end of that film if they say Finn.
Or
is,
just randomly in the
I'm
middle.
not sure how is it called in English, but it's I think Out of Breath, and it's like the first film with Jean-Paul Belmondo.
Okay, U konce s dechem. Okay, right. Okay.
It's
Hey, hello, Ivory Tower.
Okay, so he didn't listen.
Okay, well, I mean, I think it can work unless Brain Freeze, And I mean, how high can he go? 30s, 40s?
Yeah, but this will take forever.
Not so much. If you they're
please,
like one.
I'm sorry, our viewers. We are trying to be optimistic, but sometimes it's.
I actually don't think so. I think that like Niklas has a way to win now that doesn't require like okay, it's gonna be late game, late game.
But you can brain freeze him.
But yeah, absolutely. If you brought it, and I think he absolutely should have.
Please, I just for the audience, are you trying to suggest, Adam, that we are going to see game 3?
I'm going to leave that without a comment.
Okay.
Actually, like I don't want to be responsible for like some people might say it's because of me.
Oh,
because I
he
said
missed land
something.
drop. Big thing.
Who did?
Niklas.
Niklas. Okay. And I can see Martin's hand, and there's some
Yes.
business in there, but as long as both players just look at each other, does he have a land though? Like, does
No, he
Martin
doesn't.
have a land? Oh my god!
He does not. So
This might be a very different game to the first
Wow.
one. Wow. Accumulated knowledge. That is a very good card in this situation.
Yes, I was only wondering whether would you slam Stasis in that point?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think so.
Because you can Stasis, Gush,
No.
and play Island.
But like the thing is, like 5 turns, there's a counter spell
What are
or
you doing?
accumulated knowledge
I don't get it.
happening right now.
I don't understand.
I think he just wants to prevent Niklas from drawing lands here. I
Okay.
think it's like you missed your land drop, and I want you to miss your land drop again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily a big fan of this play, but I mean, I think there's some logic behind it.
Yeah.
Well, another point, by the way, is that next turn Martin's going to discard, right? Like right now, or maybe in this turn, I don't know if he has either 7 or 8. Probably 7 because he played the Ivory Tower, right? But like he can see himself discarding next turn, and he doesn't want Niklas to draw land. I can get behind that. I can get behind that decision. And you know what I like about it? Like most people wouldn't even think about it. Most people like, oh, accumulated knowledge, sure, yeah. But
Yes, by the way, the film is called Breathless in English.
Okay.
Thank to Nicola. Thank you. I knew you will not let me down.
Is it our friend Nicola Balash?
Yes. Yes. Dr. Nicola Balash.
PhD.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I saw that he published some
Yes.
some works. By the way, Martin's plan kind of worked. Oh, actually, he drew a Manalik from Nicholas. So, like, if I wasn't paying attention for a bit, but I believe that counterspell got Manalik and Nicholas got to draw a card, and now it looks like he's looking for more lands. With
I think you're just really looking for lands.
Yeah.
And by the way, that Back to Basics looks insane.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
If you can, yes, you can send him.
So did he?
If not to Stone Age, let's say to Bronze Age.
That was an end step impulse, land go, and now Martin would very much like to draw land.
Yes, absolutely.
There is
and
a
he
lot.
did. And he
This
did.
is
Like a champ.
Again, it's like a staring contest. Like, do you get there? Oh, you got there. Okay, do I get there? I got there.
Yes, but I would really like to. Oh, that's
End
fair.
of
That's
turn.
fair. That's
Hard
cool.
Gush. Sure.
That's cool.
We're looking for more lands here. Also, okay. Hello for Spike. That'll teach you to hardcast Gush. I wanted to say that like Ivory Tower is gonna give you more life, but not anymore.
Okay, so, and are you just slamming that Back to Basics?
For a second. Oh, he has it in his hand?
Yes,
I mean,
I like it.
okay. Does he have a way how to
Protect
protect it? This is incredible. Like, we're seeing counterspells on accumulated knowledges just to make sure that's a propaganda.
it's still in his deck.
Okay, like, I'm gonna say that like the only way how Nicholas is gonna win this game is with Brain Freeze. Like, there is no way that he's like.
Yes, but the Brain Freeze, of course, it can be so low that he won't be able to find it. But Niklas also does play that Flash of Insight, which eventually will make sure he will get the card. Like, it's like a tutor late game.
Nicholas plays Flash of Insight.
I think so.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that.
Can we see
I
Niklas?
think you're right. I think.
Can we see Niklas' deck? But I think he does have Flash
Okay,
of
so
Insight.
Martin's starting to dump his 3-mana enchantments.
No.
There
No Flash of
is
No.
0 flashes,
Okay.
flashes of insights, but let's see what happens to Back to Basics here, because Martin is just confidently playing it on an empty board. Also because he has a lot of cards in his hand, so he wants to draw.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So do you let that annul resolve? Like, he has a way how to fight for it if he wants to. The question is, like, do you want to? And the answer is yes, please. I would like to have this Back to Basics resolved. And okay, but like, to me, this is starting to look dangerous for Martin because he can get hit by a tide. Let's not forget that like he's not the only prison deck at the table. And although we haven't really seen a relevant Parallax Tide last game, we very much can see it now.
Yes.
Like, Martin's all tapped out. I'm sure he has cards that don't cost any mana and, like, might as well play one. But this is dangerous.
Okay.
And is that another accumulated knowledge here? End of turn. It's okay.
No,
we're
fine.
still trying to resolve that back to basics. So how hard exactly you wanna?
Wow.
So the answer is I really want to fight for that.
Yes, and now he probably. Yes, but
He's gonna have to discard something, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. He
not.
did a good job of like playing stuff.
yes.
Wow. So Mana Leak goes away,
Brain
and the
freeze.
question is like, how about that back to basics and null number 2?
Mhm.
Still no non-basics tapped, and
Okay.
back to basics hit the bin.
I think that's fine.
Is Parallax Tide fine?
No, that's not fine. It's never fine.
Because like you need to remember, Niklas still has like what 5 cards? No, he has less, right? Like he has some cards in his hand, and like okay, and now
And
like
he can
the
ju-
question
he-
for me
he
is like
can just
if-
try to slam Stasis.
exactly right, yeah. Do you go for it?
Yes.
You go for it.
I think he can't have it all, right? No, he's not going
He's
for
not,
it.
okay. Brain freeze it is.
Wow.
This is the turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7, right? This is huge. Like it kind of lets Martin know what's up.
Mhm.
So ideally, it would be nice if Niklas could have waited for a bit more, but it is going to be what
Unfortunately, we don't see anything.
21 cards. We see a lot of glare,
Unfortunately, I think there were at
some blue
least
cards,
two.
and some islands. I
There
see.
were at least 2 artifacts.
Yeah. So it can be like cranial extraction, where you get rid of your opponent's
Win cons.
win cons. Can you show us? There's some islands and blue stuff.
It's a shame he didn't cast that Stasis.
Dust Ball is also pretty good.
Yes.
Like Dust Ball is. Really
But Stasis
good,
would protect him.
Status, yeah, that's true. Like, but, I mean, you still would probably need another Forsaken City.
Maybe. He has quite a few islands in hand.
So he didn't get punished by Tide, and now we're kind of starting from the scratch for both players, except for Martin now he has to start doing stuff. Niklas, what I also like about it is that like Niklas is now free to play all the accumulated knowledges and factor fictions in the world, because like he has a pretty solid buffer here not to get decked. So I actually really like Niklas's position here, and he doesn't have to ever tap out. He doesn't even have to play like he can just wait and say, okay, go. I'm gonna counter your Blackwise, and that's all that matters here. Like he played 2 and all, that's true. Like he doesn't have all the answers in his deck, but Martin's also getting lower on the counter spells.
Yes.
What I like is that like Martin's deck now has like 2 mana shorts, so he can still fight for it, and then see, like now Niklas knows that the coast is clear. He's not gonna get decked, and he can just wow.
One relevant.
2 relevant cards.
Yes, but
Counterspell and Chain of Ignis.
yes, it's like absolutely.
That's not bad. And like a bunch of untapped lands if he wants to have them. That brain freeze was. I'm curious if Martin saw it coming, right? Like I'm curious if Martin was like, I need to be careful not to play too many spells in a single turn. But I think that
4-1.
4-1
Split.
Sure, makes sense. He's gonna okay. So I think what's happening here is that like Martin knows that his outs are mana shorts, and he wants to make sure that they resolve. So to go like mana short, Blackwise, something like that. I don't know how many of them are still in Martin's deck, but like again, there's only Powder Keg. Well, that throws a bit of a wrench into those plans. Are we gonna see Ivory Tower go?
I don't think so. You don't care about it. You just want to wait for the black wise.
No, I mean like, yeah, once the black wise goes, the ivory tower goes. All right, so back to the draw and go, and it's your turn. And I have a feeling we're gonna stay in this mode for a while.
Mode that we want to die?
I mean, could be worse. I think, like, interestingly enough, I still think it's a pretty interactive game of Magic. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on where, like, the win cons are changing, you know, like you think, okay, I'm gonna win this way, but now I have to kind of like alter my plan. This is a very proactive Stasis, by the way. I think, like, maybe I suppose that the reason why we see it is that, like, Martin has copies, so he wants to, like, draw some counter spells out.
I think so. Yes.
But when you said, like, is Niklas gonna?
I think Niklas knows. Yeah, no, he's not.
He knows. Yeah.
No, when you said it could be worse, I was just thinking about the man that's about to be stoned to death, and he says Jehovah again. And he's like, "Don't make it worse."
It's another Life of Brian reference.
Yeah. How can I make it worse? I'm about to be stoned to death.
You always have to. We should maybe, like, you know, always look on the bright side of life. Maybe we should play it. Can we, like, mix that song into our YouTube channel now, or like into our live?
Yes.
And hey, the Stasis got a Fairy Conclave there. Look.
So you mean there would be an image of Stasis and Parallax died, and there would be this song going on?
Yes.
There is a second.
There's a second keg. So Niklas tapped 2 lands.
There's mana short.
He's fine with that.
There is mana short.
But, like, against 2 kegs, your black-wise plan doesn't. Show us. Don't look at it. Just, like, share it with us, please.
Sharing is caring, but he doesn't care.
I think he just doesn't know. Okay, there's a gush on top. So annul your powder keg. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, now it's pretty clear how we're winning this, and it's it's not with decking.
Not to mention, like, Martin can still bounce, I guess.
There's another powder keg. Oh my god! Like, it feels like Niklas's deck delivered just, like, everything there was, like, all the answers, right?
Yes.
All right. Would it make sense for Martin to have 1 brain freeze in his sideboard?
Potentially. I think about it, that brain freeze, like, if you consider it's a one-off card,
right,
and it, like, just changes everything.
Yeah, and you're gonna draw it in those matchups.
Yes, most probably.
I think, honestly, like, Premodern didn't used to have matchups like this. Like, there used to be blue-white stencil, but, like, it wouldn't even be a deck that plays, like there wouldn't be this, like, one big turn, I suppose. Chain of Vapor or Stasis. That's just, it kind of feels like Martin is doing his best to kind of, like, lure Niklas into responding somehow, and everything that Niklas has to do is just say, yeah, fine, that's fine. I don't care. You can have it. And he's gonna bounce one of the kegs, so that's nice. And but, like, is it?
And he didn't bite.
He didn't bite. Yeah, like Niklas.
So is he? Yeah. So he's bouncing it.
So the Stasis is in the hand. He's gonna gain a bunch of life. Yeah, are we still tracking Martin's life, by the way, or is it just like? Yeah, 40 means, like, he's not gonna die. Maybe this is the game where, like, okay, I had Stasis, I don't need it anymore. I'm just gonna wait a couple of turns and then replay it. But, like, on this board position, you know what? I just don't need it. Mana short main phase? Are we in Martin's main phase here? Counter spell.
Gosh.
What is going on here? Okay, sure. Yeah, makes sense.
So he must just get Stasis.
Yeah, but
and prevent powder kick.
Yeah, powder kick number 2.
But unfortunately, the mana short did not resolve.
Yeah, can he beat 2 powder kicks? It depends on how many black whites he milled.
I think 2.
But well, that's bad news for him then. because
Yeah.
like that means that like
But
Niklas is.
But he can still bounce, right? He can still bounce. He still has like.
Yeah, but like you really and look at this board. Martin is down to 5 lands,
Hmm.
and I mean, okay, Niklas is down to 5 untap lands, but still, this is gonna hurt. This is if it didn't take so long, I would really. I think it's a very intricate chain of vapor or stasis. Wow. Okay. Sure. We're not targeting the keg because Niklas is gonna have all the. Also Martin has a ton of cards in his hand, so he's gonna discard something. He might even discard the stasis. Actually, he has redundant copies. What would you say are the chances of us having game 3 here?
A little bit too high for my liking. Yes, but
and Niklas is using the dust ball to snipe that Seed of Treasures. I think Niklas is going to win it. Like the trouble is that he's probably going to win by decking Martin. But like I'm wondering if there's a point at which Martin says, "Okay, I've seen enough. Let's go for game 3."
Yes.
But
I mean, after game 1, he's never going to do it until he's dead, right? I think he will play it out. I think.
Keg number 2. This is quite incredible.
It's fun. It's alright. Yeah. If you didn't have the brain freeze,
This game is like even with sure, like because without the brain freeze, I think that Martin could deck Niklas because of all the
there's
ability
like
knowledges
14,
and
15 cards.
Yeah, right.
Martin's
So we're still like 25 minutes away from the
concession.
Nobody concedes. No concession, never. You're gonna go to that upkeep and you're gonna try to draw that card, and that's when you go for game 3. Accumulated knowledge for 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and Niklas still knows that he's safe. He's like even drawing 4 means like he's still way ahead. Yes. I mean, way behind on like cards in the library that were drawn. So much so that he can go for an impulse, and yeah, I think this is over. Like theoretically, Martin can still go like another mana short end of turn, but the trouble is that like his Blackwises have very low chances of sticking around because of those kegs.
Absolutely.
And so I don't actually see a way for Martin to win.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were right. Like Ivory Tower just didn't do it here. Like I'm curious what Martin boarded out, but like
I really don't like the propaganda. I'm not sure if there's really nothing else, but
no, but like if you don't know about the brain freeze, I think it's solid. I think it's like it just means that your opponent does not have the capacity to kill you with manlands.
But I think even when he taps those manlands, he's putting himself in a weird spot. But
sure. But like if you have this is not gonna work. I think. Okay, maybe you have Chain of Vapor. They kill it. He bounce it.
He does.
Yeah. So boomerang. Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. Is Niklas gonna? Niklas has to have 7 cards in hand at this point, right? So the keg should be in the graveyard, right? Because that's the part of the casting cost.
Yes.
Or I mean part of the.
Yes.
The cost.
Yes, part of the cost.
Yes. Game 3 is not far, I think. We're gonna finish before midnight?
Maybe I will just go straight to school from here.
I
have a class from 8.
So hey, Ivory Tower hit the bin. Niklas is still keeping that other keg. Interestingly, like he didn't just go, okay, in response to that chain, I'm gonna kill your Blackwise with the other keg. So now Martin's gonna try it again. Let's do it again.
Yes.
There's a blackface here.
I mean, he's playing to his outs. He's doing.
No, I like
what
it.
he
I
can.
like it.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
it. Yeah. And like chances are that with like all the cards that Niklas has drawn, but maybe these are just lands and force spikes. Who knows?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the most important card for Niklas is definitely Counterspell. Because that just is always good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There
like
we
this one.
see it. Speaking of the devil.
Yes. And I am afraid Martin doesn't have it. So.
Oh, okay. So okay, sure.
But I think there's one more.
He has, I believe he has another likewise, right? Either in his hand or just somewhere. Now we're close to Niklas being able to resolve Tide, if he even has it in his deck.
That's actually quite interesting.
Because like if you have a 4-mana sorcery spell,
he doesn't have this. It will get countered, and it's the game.
Yeah, like this is literally Martin's last win condition. Niklas has more cards in his library, so like this is it. This is the card.
And maybe that's not even enough. I think it should be enough.
It should be enough. I think. Like if you're taking 2, 3 a turn, then like there's like 10, 12 cards in the library, right?
Yes.
Does it resolve? It does resolve.
Wow. And Stasis.
Does Niklas have a powder keg in his deck? He has Chain of Vapors, right?
I think he has something like that.
So he's gonna chain the Blackways.
It's fine.
But like that just means like he doesn't have the counter spell. So Martin can just try it next turn, right? Phew, that is pretty incredible. And he's gonna bounce his own Stasis here.
Cool.
Because now, if Nicholas has the Tide, now is the time to play it. Maybe he doesn't have it.
No, I think he probably decided it out.
I mean, it makes
if he
sense.
kept like Factor Fiction, you have to keep all the lands.
That's right. You have to board out something, right? So, okay, likewise, what do you have?
I'm so scared.
This is the last one. You have it or you don't. Now let's count the cards in the library to see, am I going to be able to kill you? So Blackwise just dealt 1.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
there is the Parallax type.
It's like 35 minutes per 1 damage.
No, but like they also, by the way, I have to say, both Nicholas and Martin are actually playing reasonably fast.
No, they are.
Can you imagine this game played by 2 players who don't play fast?
But I mean, like, just make one thing clear: both Niklas and Martin, they really know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's actually, it's pretty good.
Oh, he does have.
All right, so here, what we're probably seeing here is that, okay, counterspell your chain, but now we're in the territory where Mana Leaks can do something again.
Oh no!
That's the last counterspell?
Yes. First or last.
But either way, this has to be it, right? Also, because Nicholas is not going to have a lot of cards in his hand, so like maybe there's going to be a couple of turns where the Black Vice is not so...
Okay,
that is it? That is it. This is game 2. Oh my god. 1-1, and Martin has seen the brain freeze, and he knows this is not the same game as game 1. This is a game where I have to do stuff differently. So let's see if he boards out stuff. Maybe like, maybe he realizes, propaganda, and hey, that's actually what's happening. Yeah.
Yes,
3 minutes leaving the deck. I kind of like the Ivory Tower. It can still like it's just 1 card. And it dies to Keg, sure.
Yes.
You don't seem to be impressed.
Yeah, I'm just I think it is interesting. Like, it's interesting, but it's like interesting that you go into forest cabin in the mountains with like your best friend, and that's how you want to spend your weekend.
I'm really worried where this goes.
With like maybe with a bottle of like old like booze, and you just don't feel bothered by the world. And, yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, I'm not sure if I got it. So what you're saying, it's like...
I think Niklas and Martin should probably go somewhere together
and play this
out, and then just let us know what was the results, and we will just let you know.
Okay.
Just leave your email address, and...
we're gonna ship the cup for the winner. wherever.
Yes, yes, we can. They can split it. Anyway, but I mean, we're definitely watching like two really good players. They're doing their best.
Yeah.
It's incredibly close and tight. Like Niklas would not be in the game really if it wasn't for the brain freeze.
Yeah.
Like single card in 75
Yeah.
completely changes
Yeah.
the matchup.
Yeah. It's about something else now, the matchup, than it would be if that card didn't.
But I think one of the most powerful things what Martin can do is like mana short. If he like resolves at some point like mana short around something like around like whatever mana leak.
Yeah.
I think he definitely cuts some parallax tides, but maybe like 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like there are points where, especially since Martin is gonna bounce his own lands with Thwart and Gush, so like I think you will be able to catch him with like 6 or 7 lands in play, even like on turn 27.
But I think if you ever recover, from this experience, and you come back to it, even in like a year or so, I think you can learn a lot from their plays. I'm learning a lot from Martin because I don't really have that much experience with Stasis, but I think Niklas is showing you that often best thing to do, just play your lands, don't take damage from Blackwise, and do nothing.
Be patient.
Do nothing. Be patient. Like choose your battles, decide what's necessary, what's important, and what is not important. So yeah,
I agree. All right, this is the final game of today.
Yes.
Unless they somehow manage to draw, but I don't think there's a way how they can draw this game.
I think if this was a final game of Premodern as a format, so I think it would be worth it. Worth it.
For people who are prepared to leave the format because Stasis wins, maybe this is the final game of the format.
Yes.
No, I mean,
there's mana short. No.
If Stasis is in like it's like 2-3% of the format, then it's fine. Yes. If it was like 12% of the format, then I think we would be in trouble.
I mean, let's not forget Stasis really struggles against goblins.
Mm-hmm.
It really struggles and it's burn.
It does? Okay.
Which is like 20% or more.
Yeah, right. I'm curious how many of those decks Martin played against today. I know he has a draw with Franta Kotas actually. Mm-hmm. So they played. And he said that it was an incredibly long game 1, and then like there was a game 2, and they just didn't have any time for game 3. But like I can imagine that matchup can also it can be really grindy as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, no Blackwise turn 1.
I think Niklas will play Island.
You're so good at this. You are so good. We should pay
Martin
you more.
Will play Island, and he will play Island.
Yeah, I like the speed at which they're playing this. Like I know some players would be like, what do I do?
Can I get like 5 crowns for every island played in this match?
You're gonna be, yeah. I mean, okay. This is just blazing fast. We are turn 5 in like 10 seconds. Oh my god! Is it like? Did we increase the speed of the?
Yes, this is all pre-recorded.
Okay. So who's gonna? Oh, whoa! Was that a vision charm?
Do you think there is a dreadnought?
Do you think that Niklas was like so? I mean, yeah, there is a dreadnought. If there's a vision charm,
do you think he did? Yeah, he had to bring dreadnought.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, the card doesn't do anything.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Okay, that is pretty awesome. Because like Martin saw a big portion of his deck, so like maybe he came unprepared, but like still, whoa, factor of fiction end of turn. Do you counter that? Yes, you do. Makes sense.
But it's like, that's so interesting. Actually.
Do you think that Martin saw that vision charm?
Yes.
He did? Like, because he was there for just like a very short time. But like, if he did, then that was really unfortunate for Niklas then.
Yes.
More factor of fiction. This card is so good. Like, it just digs super deep.
I like the flavor text from one of the later prints, which is like, something like pretend you know what you're doing, and I pretend I believe you, or something like that.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, something like that, because often like people were like splitting, it was like, I totally know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, I get it. By the way, there's like a little bit of counter battle for factor efficient hardcast thwart, counterspell, and it looks like factor efficient is going to resolve. Ooh, okay. 3 lands tied mana leak. Not the best one, not the worst one. Are we gonna?
We give him one more.
I mean,
You
I
take
like
it?
the tide, right?
You like to die to him?
I mean, it depends. Like, factor efficient resolved. So that makes me think that Martin doesn't really have much.
Yeah, but he has. He does have Archon Denial.
So he let that resolve just because he didn't want to...
Yes, he didn't do
Okay.
it completely.
Also,
naked.
like, mana leak is just so much worse when your opponent knows about it.
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, I guess like here at some point you can kind of like suspect them having it. But yeah, I like factor fiction. You have 2 more lands. Oh, there we go. Powder keg. So maybe after the first blazing fast turns of the game, we might just
I think
slow
this is
down.
Okay. Honestly, I think this is okay now. He would probably.
It's just gonna prolong the game
Yes,
by a lot.
I think he should maybe even last turn. Yes, probably I don't understand it, but I would just play the Stasis. Because here you even last turn, had you played Stasis, he wouldn't be able to cast Factor Fiction.
Impulse end of turn. Sure.
Yeah, so I think it seems like it's a little bit slipping for Martin.
Like it's heading more into the let's have a mana short territory.
Yeah, I think that's his probably plan all along.
Play
To have
around
mana
mana
short.
leaks. Impulse number 2. Okay. That was a very quick thumbs up from Niklas. You can have your impulse. I'm gonna pick my battles, and this is not one of them. Now that's quite a lot of card selection. So like I would suspect that Martin's hand is getting, quite a bit better, and like we might see something at some point. I'm just wondering about the Dreadnought. Like Niklas knows that one of the cards Martin knows that one of the cards in Niklas's hand is very situational at this point. Like it fits a completely different battle.
Maybe
right?
I didn't see it well, but I think it's 3 Stasis, 3 Chain of Vapor, and 1 Thwart.
Wow.
I think you have to count.
3 Stasis, 3 Chain of Vapor, 1 Thwart. Okay. He's just gonna discard it. Why would you discard it, though?
I don't understand.
Maybe you just don't want to like start tapping your lands when your opponent has like 12 untapped lands.
Because if you want to play the game that you both are 2 blue mages like drawing and going, I think Niklas deck is better.
But like the thing is that like first of all, I think that for Niklas it's really good that he drew 12 lands. Like he can do anything. And I mean Martin also has a bunch of lands here, but like you don't want to being in Martin's position. I don't think you want to be.
Yes, now you can cash in.
Yeah, sure.
Chain of
Like,
Vapor.
yeah, exactly. Right. This is good. This is very good for him. Yeah. Well, unless it doesn't resolve. Do you fight for it?
No, I don't think so.
I think you have to.
Really?
You have to start doing something, no?
I mean, it's.
I mean, I really don't know. I really don't know.
This resolves. He's drawing more.
He's drawing one more. Okay, so that actually does resolve. Is it brain freeze time? Okay, maybe it's time to play Stasis.
It's kind of weird. Like you if you go into play Stasis now, but you've discarded Stasis before, it's almost like you're telling your opponent, like, it's just bait.
Whew. Okay, I do. Niklas was like,
Maybe
for a
Niklas is
second
very
we
tired.
saw. Yeah, okay. So Chain of Vapor, my likewise. So actually, we're looking at Vision Charm. Maybe there is no Dreadnought.
Oh.
Maybe it's just Mill 4.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, it is. Manalik, this seems like it might be the Brave Tree's turn, by the way. If Nicholas has it, he's setting it up in a really amazing way.
Now he will make him mill 4 and then he plays Brain Freeze.
Yeah, right. Like if he has it. And it looks like he does.
No.
Wow. All right. That is.
But we have to say, like, Niklas we have to admit, is a bit lucky. He has one off Brain Freeze.
And he just milled Mana Short. Oh my god, did you see what he milled?
Yes.
Mana Short, Black-Wise, Gush, and... Okay.
Insane.
That is really insane, yeah. So that's gonna mill, what, 20, 24? More, I guess.
That's a lot.
This is just ridiculous. Can you... Okay. Like, kudos for putting the charm there. That's some pretty special piece of technology there. Like, you know how you're gonna win your game.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Although the card doesn't do much on its own, right?
Yeah, but like these games take forever. So we have Black-Wise, Flash of Insight. Okay, another Black-Wise.
20.
Another Mana Short.
It's 21.
Uh-huh.
I think, but there's Flash of Insight.
There is, but there's like 2 Black-Wises. Okay, yes. Martin, and 2 Mana Shorts, maybe more importantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many cards Nicholas has in his hand. Like, how many answers does he have? But like, is the Black-Wise even gonna kill him when he has like 2 cards in hand? Like, he can just keep playing lands, like playing Parallax Waves.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would assume that he doesn't have actually everything that he has to do from now on is just like, yeah, he has like Chain of Vapor. So like I have a hard time imagining how Martin actually kills him at this point. And there's not that many cards in his library.
So we're about 9 cards.
I think we're getting close to this game being done.
Mm-hmm.
So Flash of Insight for a bazillion.
Here's my
maybe
card.
for the whole library, I guess, right? Like you can just like
why doesn't Martin play Gears Blessing in the sideboard? Just one off.
Yeah, like in a meta game where this is like something that happens often, then yeah, you can play like one-offs. Okay, accumulated knowledge for what? How many? 1, 2, 3?
Incredible.
Yeah, this is not.
But I think like really well played, Niklas, and showing us how super strong this blue deck is. Like incredibly strong.
So Martin's gonna search his library for any card and put it in his hand.
You mean for any Black-Wise?
Any card. Let him choose what he wants. Okay.
Can you imagine that Martin would just untap and cast Morphling?
Is it, by the way, does Flash of Insight set in random order or does it say in any order? It has to be random, right?
It has to be probably random.
Can we see Flash of Insight? Because that does not look random to me.
It doesn't say random.
So he just stacked his deck.
That's
okay. I did not know
slightly
that.
better than I thought.
Yeah, but like, is it good enough? It's like 14 cards, right?
It's like Big Doomsday.
Yeah, and like if Nicholas has another charm, he can just like mill 4 business spells.
Uh-huh.
So okay, I like this interaction a lot. You like Martin from now on until the rest of the game, he knows what he's drawing. There's a Black-Wise, but this is a pretty uphill battle here. There's a Stasis, I suppose. That is a Stasis. And go, but Nicholas doesn't take any damage.
By the way, Václav, how good is Chronatok? Chronatok.
Is it good?
It's the creature that it's Atok that you can pump it and you skip your next turn. So your opponent will deck.
Okay. Well, that's I think you're kind of skipping ahead. We're talking now the post-Czech Premodern Nationals metagame, right? Where like everybody plays Gaia's Blessings and Chronotox, you said?
Yes, that's how this deck used to win.
Okay.
Because,
I'm just
the
gonna
thing-
take
the-
10 seconds to order a couple from like some online store.
Yes. But you heard it first. But because you don't have to pay.
Uh-huh.
But the Stasis, because it's never your turn.
Yeah, right. Get it. By the way, Niklas is starting to take damage from the Blackwise.
Really?
Yeah, he took one just now. Chain of Vapor or Blackwise. I think the main reason to do this is that like you get rid of cards in your hand.
Yes. I think.
And you counterspell that.
No, I don't think so.
Ooh.
It can't be.
I
right.
mean,
That can't be
basically now you're counting your opponent's life total against the cards in your library, and you're trying to see if you get there. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this either. That being said, what are you supposed to do? This is your last win condition, and you need your opponent to have cards. So we have like six cards. There is no way Martin can pull this off.
Okay. Does Martin play upheaval?
He should, absolutely.
Like, why not to play like a one upheaval in sideboard?
We're gonna have like one Chronotox, one Gaia's Blessing, one upheaval, and we cannot lose.
Yes, can we just keep this screen for the rest of today's stream?
Yeah, right. Like people will see it and they will be like,
"Oh,
this is what happened in Prague. That must have been wild." But like, yeah, there's no way. Like, okay, now Niklas is taking 2 a turn. But like, even if he's taking 3 a turn, that takes 6 turns. Right? And like, that means he never draws a single land. He actually never draws any card that does anything. And I don't think that's how this game's gonna go. Like, it would be cool if Gush said target player, or like if he had some way.
yes.
Wow.
And by the way, Václav, is there any alternative win con but the
Likewise?
but
Morphling, no?
Brain freeze.
Brain freeze, right.
Yes.
So you can play one brain freeze. So if you're like the second player who plays the brain
Yes,
freeze...
he plays
you-
brain freeze, you
yeah,
respond with
right,
brain
right,
freeze.
Right, yeah.
That's how you do
Or you
it.
could stifle the brain freeze as well. If you know, if
Oh,
this is what you're...
yeah.
But I mean, I don't think he has that.
But Niklas has that. Niklas has everything, actually.
Nicholas does everything. Yeah, well, that's true. Sure. Yeah, like you can... But I mean, I don't think this type was out there anymore, right? This was wild. This is... I mean, it took a long time, but like, honestly, I'm happy that I saw it. Like, this was kind of like a tutorial in... Yeah, where like Martin's life total is those 2 cards in his library now, and Nicholas knows that he is going to get there. Thwart your Chain of Vapor, says Martin, but the race is just not one that he's winning. Nicholas is on 13 life. He's gonna do everything that he can to get rid of cards in his hand. That one Blackwise is ticking. Mana leak your thwart, not because you don't have the mana to pay, but I just don't want cards in my hand anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like throw them around and like. Yeah, this is fin, as they say in France. I think it's quite fitting now that caption down there. So Blackwise says it deals 0 damage, I believe, in Niklas's upkeep. There's the handshake, okay. That's it. We have a champion here. It's Niklas Scholten. Can we have him here for a quick interview? Or
Yes.
Yeah? This is it?
Yes.
Tide takes it down.
Yes, I still can't believe it. I think
Yeah,
I'm like 5
yeah.
years older. But
Right, yeah.
well, yes.
This is the winning list from Czech Premodern Championships 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner. We have the 1 Firex Infernus in the main. We have, so much tech.
Yes, definitely. Like.
And Vision Charms to middle your opponent.
Yes, I think.
Hey, it says winner Tomáš Vlček, look.
Yes. Oh,
That's good. But yeah, any quick impressions before we... just gonna prepare a chair here. We can sit the champion right in the middle here.
Yes, we definitely want to have a few questions.
Oh, yes.
Like last time, I remember like our first season of Czech Premodern that was won by Mark Vogt.
Yep.
And I asked him whether like Lantex should be banned, and he's like wishy-washy, not sure, it's not so strong. So I'm definitely going to ask about Parallax Tide.
But like this match was not about Tide. This was about
It was
patience.
not, but I think he got to the finals.
Oh yeah,
Tide.
sure. Yeah. But like this was just a masterclass in patience. This was like if you have the choice between doing something and not doing anything, just play a land and pass. That's that's what experienced players do. That being said, I mean, it was long, but there were so many breaking points where like battles over mana shorts. Obviously, the brain freezes that won game 2 and 3. I enjoyed it.
Like basically every time Grossmann resolved mana short, he won, which was once.
That was once, right?
Yes, he resolved mana short, and it was the game. Yes, no matter what. So that seems like really important.
To me, it's really like it doesn't look like there's so much counter magic in Niklas' deck, but like he had it, like he saved it for the right.
But actually, there is a lot of counter magic if you think about it. Like almost like 1/6 of his deck is. Do I say it right? 1/6 of his deck is countered.
If you count Force Spike. Okay, post board we also have animals. So these go.
Then you have some
way,
more,
right?
and you have loads of. You have impulse. You have accumulated knowledge,
you have
and you have factor fiction.
So
there is
you will
another
see a lot of
huge.
them, right?
Well, another 6 is draw spell. So that's so
that's
1/3 of the
true,
deck
that's true.
is 1/3 of the deck is either counter magic or draw. And then you have some stall cards. You have like Stifle and I think it's very strong.
I'm curious about the sideboarding as well. Like, what was the plan? I guess it's quite clear, but like, yeah. Okay, so we are just taking some pictures of our winner. He looks very fresh. He looks like, and we're gonna head for a very short interview briefly.
Thank you.
Okay, so congratulations are being what's the right word? Said. Okay, so can we have a quick chat with the champion?
With the champion.
Okay, so we're still here. We're here with Niklas. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Congratulations.
Likewise.
Well
That
played.
was a marathon of a match,
Well played.
right? The
Well
last
played.
one. There's also a trophy here.
Can you please come to our world, Adam?
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
All right. Once more, congratulations. You took down the Czech Premodern Nationals 2025. I think, like from the games that we saw, you played well, and it was enjoyable to watch. We have some questions with Tomáš.
Yes. How did you come with to this list? How did you like tweak it? What was it? Where did you get inspiration from? How did you arrive with this what we have?
So I consume a lot of content online on YouTube and so on, and I've seen this deck from the YouTuber Premodern MTGO, and it created very cool games, and it was also very successful. So I took his list and tested it a little bit in the tournament in Essen, for example, and there I find it has some very good matchups. I switched to Tide still before, but it did not perform so well like this deck. So this was my choice, and then I figured out that I have some issues when I lose the first game. So that's why I have Dreadnoughts in the sideboard.
Okay.
All right. It's like the battle against the clock. When you're trying to okay, sure,
And
that makes sense.
People are often very surprised to face a Dreadnought, and especially when they have the extended swarm or defense grid or something like this.
Okay.
And then the Dreadnoughts will do the job. And then on Wednesday I had to upload my list, and then I figured out what do I do in this control roles. I have no chance if someone is on the middle plan as well, and that's why I put the brain freeze in. I reduced even the red stuff, so the separate cards against red, and decided to put the.
So it's more like a metagame choice with like not trying to beat red so hard post board.
Yeah, the dreadnoughts can beat red.
But the dreadnoughts can beat red. That's right.
It's
Yeah.
It's very good. But I think we've seen brain freeze 1 or 2 in sideboards for blue decks for this specific specific situation.
It's like we were talking about. It's a 1 card in 75, and it just turns the matchup around, right? Like it's there. You're likely to draw it at some point, and it's a completely different matchup at that point, right?
So against Stasis, it's all about countering the black white, and then I have to win somehow. I knew that he was playing the Ivory Tower, so I could finish with my creatures, so I didn't even attack. It was just about keeping everything untapped, and
because you said it's about countering black white, but it seems like it's about not doing anything first and second countering black white.
Yes.
But like not doing anything. I think you were frustrating your opponent a bit when he had like 2 or 3 stasis in hand, and it was pretty bad.
I mean, like there were points where he was like playing it, I think, to just like fish for a counter spell, and you didn't blink,
and you were like, you have it.
Like, you can have it.
At some point of the game, it was my status.
Right. I like
good.
that.
Yes, I
that
think
was pretty
because
cool.
I think that's what our friend Václav, who does play Stasis, says, that sometimes when people realize the best thing how to beat Stasis is not do anything, not getting his thwarts online and whatever, then it's kind of bad. So definitely, definitely like incredible deck list. I was only wondering where you from and how is Premodern there?
I'm from Germany. I'm from Xanten. It's near Cologne. A 1-hour drive.
Xanten?
Xanten, yeah. It's near the Dutch border.
Is where Saint Norbert is from? Heilige Norbert on Xanten?
Here comes Thomas with like a
Very
very
good question.
specific piece of
I'm not
information
sure.
about history.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But there's the Siegfried from Xanten. It's the Nibelungensaaga.
Okay.
And, but not so important. Yeah,
Okay.
the pre-modern scene is great. There we have the monthly tournaments in Essen. Huge shout out to you guys. Great tournaments. And tournaments in Laren as well in the Netherlands, also really great. And you can play a lot of pre-modern in my area, and that's pretty fortunate.
That sounds really cool. Yeah. Maybe one last question, or I don't know if Tomáš wants to ask something. We had like throughout the whole day, we were talking about the fact that Parallax Tide is super good right now, and like some people are saying, is it a little too good? Is it oppressive in the format? Now, like I know that like you just won on the back of Tide, so maybe you would prefer Tide to stay, but like, would you say it's good for the format? Would you say it's too good?
Yes.
Where would you
because
put
I
it?
just say one more thing. When we had the first season of this tournament, I said Mark Vogt is coming. He's playing Parfait. He will win. And he lost first game in the finals. He won 2-1 in the finals. And then I asked him,
right?
like Mark, let's be realistic. Don't you think Lantex should be banned? He was like, oh no, it's not so strong, you know, something. But I mean, when I was walking around today, when I saw your what was it, your semifinals, quarterfinals, you see like the Parallax Tide is so oppressive, so dominant, so much everywhere. What do you think?
I'm not a fan of bannings, first of all. So I know the card is very oppressive, and but it's beatable. If you want to beat decks like this, play the black-green Tempting Worm deck with Ravenous Rats. Ravenous Rats is the most annoying card.
Oh, okay.
And I lost it so often against a friend of mine. We tested it before. And that's a really, really tough matchup. And I think you can... The metagame is pivoting a little bit. I expected a lot more Enchantress today because it was successful in the other big tournaments before. And... I totally understand if you are the opinion that it should be banned, but for me, you don't have to.
To me personally, I don't think it should be banned. I don't think we're quite there yet. For example, I love the fact that people are starting to play Carpet of Flowers. I don't know how you feel about that card.
That's it.
That's one of the answers, right? So maybe let's let the metagame evolve a little more, see if people can adapt.
Yes.
We will see more Carpet of Flowers in the sideboards.
Maybe. But maybe it just reminds me, the debate around Lantex. Let's suffer one more year, with all of that. But we will see. But are you saying Ravenous Rats is good against?
Yes.
Ravenous Reds.
It's so annoying in combination with scalpel therapy.
Okay.
So
Let's test that.
you're just when you place the Tempting Womb deck, the opponent starts with his discard, and then you place the reds, and then flashback therapy, and you stand there with nothing. And then comes the Tempting Worm, and you can put nothing into play, and the worm finishes so fast. So that's a really good matchup.
Okay,
Or
so
a really bad matchup for me.
we've heard it from the winner here. Now it seems like the metagame is in a certain point. Maybe the next step will be we're going to see more Ravenous Rats, Tempting Worms. Maybe that's where kind of the wheel of metagame will turn.
Yeah, it seems like champions don't want to cut the branch they are sitting on.
No, I'm still in the camp like let's not ban it.
I'm totally fine. Yesterday I played Goblins, and I was disappointed that I didn't register it for today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Goblins is also great.
By the way, you also won yesterday, right? So like that is pretty impressive weekend, I gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
It's a
right.
great Magic move.
All right. Do we have any more questions? I think
Yes,
maybe we're ready to wrap it up, or you have
Yes,
something?
yeah. I think that's. I just want to say, Saint Norbert is from Xanten,
Yeah,
and
he
it's the
knows
city
more than
he's
I.
from,
He's the
and
expert.
he's the patron saint of Bohemia, and he's buried here in Prague. After
okay.
sacking of Magdeburg, you've heard of the destruction of Magdeburg in 30 Years' War. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
There's no more history.
No. I'm sorry.
This is
I
just
don't-
like it's kind of like a Tomasz
No,
speciality.
I'm sorry,
He likes
sorry.
to torment people with like
Definitely
weird
visit
facts of
Xanten.
history.
Visit Xanten.
Perfect.
yeah, say,
But maybe stick to the Magic-related questions and have an
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
All right. So yeah, go on. Something else
I
you'd
would
like
like
to
to
add?
thank you to all of you guys for hosting this great tournament. It was really great. The location is great. I think the coverage last year was great. I think it will be great this year again. And thanks a lot.
Thank you for your kind
Thank you,
words.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you also for coming, for loving Premodern, because also without you, foreign players, it wouldn't be the same. I think, and we wouldn't reach what was it, 177 players today.
Yeah.
So thank you, and
Yeah,
congratulations
so-
again.
One more time,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's our champion right here.
And I think that's all from us.
I
Thank you
think
so much.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.